Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you a Smithscript Greathammer Build guide in Elden Ring. So this is a very powerful weapon because we can throw it and it deals a ton of damage. Now, I'll be showing you the amount of damage you can do by taking out one of these Albinarics here. So yeah, 1300 damage. Now this is with a few specific talismans setting up, so I'll go over all of that in this video to show you how to make this a very powerful weapon. So this will be a level 150 build, but if you're a higher level, that's alright too. I'll be going over where you're going to be putting your stats. So there's three talisman in particular that makes this very powerful. The smithing talisman, which enhances throw and weapon attacks. The two-handed sword talisman, which enhances your weapon damage when you're two-handing a weapon by 15%. And it counts on the throws on this weapon, so that's a very nice thing to note. And also the axe talisman, which enhances charge attacks. So all three of these are actually going to boost our damage. So at level 150, I went with 50 vigor, 22 mind, 32 endurance, 73 strength. This is because this scales mostly off of our strength. If we put a heavy infusement on it there, or affinity, it's going to have an A scaling in strength. So with 10 dexterity, 12 intelligence, 16 faith, and 17 arcane. This is because I have the circular light, so it gives a +1 to each of those stats, but around there we do need at least 11 faith and 11 intelligence to wield this, and the base 10 dexterity. I also went the Gravebird armor to do increased damage on jump attacks, and then the Dragon Communion Seal to be able to cast a few incantations. So the ones that I would deem necessary are Flame, Grant, and Strength. You can also throw on the Weight Mask and use Swarm of Flies to be able to inflict bleed and then get an extra boost to our damage that way. So that's another way you can boost the damage of this, but if you charge the throw attack, it's going to do a ton of damage. That's 1369 right there, and yeah, it just continues to knock people around. So it's got a pretty decent range to it. You do have a bit of a wind-up, but as you can see there, we knocked him flying, and yeah, just took two of them to throw. Two of those to knock him out. I also put the Wild Strikes Ash of War on it because it hits really hard and quick, so you can go with that. If you find you're using the Wild Strikes a bit more, you can go with the Shard of Alexander, so that's going to boost its damage a little bit further, so that's another option that you got. So this is a really great hammer because it's got range, it's got up close, it's got quick attacks if you put the Wild Strikes on it. But there are some other Ashes of War, like you got your Lion's Claw and the Savage Lion's Claw, one of my personal favorites. Bloodhound Step if you want a bit of extra mobility. That one's really great too if you're going with a heavier armor setup. It's also got a few of these, like the Flame of the Red Mage is a really nice one. I'm a big fan of the Prelate's Charge here too, so you can go with that route, or even like the Divine Beast Frost Stomp. I think it's a solid weapon choice, or the Poison Flower Blooms twice. So you got a few different options there. I just think Wild Strike works one of the best on it, so you can also go with the Lion's Claw. But the typical strategy with this is we want to set up with our Flame Grant Me Strength, and then we're going to two-hand it. You can inflict bleed with the Swarm of Flies. It's a nice option. If they're far away from you, you can cast that. Also, what's funny is you can hit them multiple times while you're charging that up. So if you got an enemy that's being a pain in the butt, you can do the spinning attack here and then hit them with it. So that is another option that you got. But when you get up close, you basically want to go for the Wild Strikes as much as possible because it has a good posture break, or it has a good amount of, yeah, I guess, poise break there. So you can knock enemies out of their attack animations. We're killing them too quickly to be able to do that. But yeah, as long as you're two-handing this weapon and using this, you're going to be dealing a ton of damage. The nice thing about Wild Strikes is you can literally spam it for a while because it doesn't take that much FP, and you can knock people off the cliffs like that. The only thing you're going to have to watch out for is your endurance, because it does go through endurance pretty quickly, so that is one thing about it. But Wild Strikes is a really nice Ash of War. Paired with the distance that you got from the throwing attacks makes this a very lethal weapon. I didn't have Flame Grant Me Strength on there, so that's why that didn't take him out, but you can go with the jump attacks there to get critical hits off very easily. So there's a lot of great options for damage with this, so you can literally get your critical hits off very easily with this weapon. So yeah, that's the Smithscript Greathammer in Elden Ring. This is a very powerful weapon. I encourage you to give it a shot because you may find it to be your new favorite weapon. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What build guide you'd like to see next? Hit that subscribe button below, and I'll see you all in the next video.